loading up the hearse, throw it in reverse. I come from the church of the Marvel Universe. Bodies getting stuffed in the bag.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is the Cryptcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Batman.
And we are coming to you from inside the Comic Crypt in Eatontown, New Jersey. And we're here to give you that little bit of new comic book that you might be missing. So, oh boy, you stopped me up. As I was saying that intro, Brian showed me a picture of a cat, and my brain turned off, and that was it.
Mike's brain always turns off for cats.
It just turns off all the time for many, many different things.
It was a particularly silly picture of a cat.
Right. So, I think the first thing we should talk about is Free Comic Book Day. I think we should get that out of the way.
Free comic book, yay.
Uh-huh. So Free Comic Book Day is coming up, and then we're going to get to the other things. But, yeah.
It may be the last free comic book day ever.
No, come on. Someone will buy it.
I don't know.
It's a good excuse to make people give you money for things that you're going to give away.
I don't even know how that works. Like, buying the rights to the day? Because, like, so many publishers contribute their own books.
Right, but Diamond specifically puts it on, right?
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so somebody has to, like, buy the rights to the day?
Yeah, basically, like the trademark for Free Comic Book Day, I guess.
I mean, I could just see all the individual publishers continuing to put out books on their own, and there is nobody who wants
Sure.
it.
There's no specific. Yeah, they'll change it so it's not like it's not illegal or breaking the copyright or whatever. But I could also see I would put money on if anyone's going to buy it, it's Lunar. Because they're the ones taking in the most smaller publishers. Penguin's too big, and it's only taking major publishers. Lunar's kind of like, yeah, I'll take you, and I'll get you, and I'll get you, and I'll get you. And they're kind of fulfilling that role.
Now, Lunar's a distribution, but they are
a West Coast
store.
They're a West Coast comic store.
What if they buy it and keep it for themselves? No one can have Free Comic Book Day but them.
All right, whatever. Sure. I don't mind spending the money to give free books out to everybody, right? Because we buy those books as a sign of goodwill to, hey, everyone, come check out the new things coming out for the year. Come check out our store. Have fun or whatever. But if we never have to do that again, one less expense.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into the day. There's a lot of work that goes into the day for sure.
There's a lot of stress and anxiety leading up to the day.
Yeah. And there's always the semantics of 80% of the people you only see once a year for free shit.
Right.
But
that doesn't necessarily feel good, but hey.
No, it doesn't. But, we have our event, our people show up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a party for us.
It is a fun day.
Yeah.
It is definitely a day. I don't want to sound like I'm a negative Nancy and I hate the day or anything, because I don't. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, there are negative, elements to it, but ultimately we make it work. We have our fun. I personally, and I'm not talking shit to any other store in the area, but I think we do it the best around here.
I hope so.
Like, I don't, see, tons of costume guests and lines out people's doors and shit. Like, I check out other people's social medias. I shop at other stores,
I shop at other stores. I've never been anywhere near a store on any Free Comic Book Day, even, before I started coming here. And I'm not on social media, really, so I don't see what anyone else is doing. So I have zero context. It is this Saturday. It's always the first Saturday in May. This year it happens to fall on the 3rd. So...
My very first Free Comic Book Day owning in the shop was May 3rd. We've come full circle.
Cool. Last year...
Back in 2008.
It's always cool when it's the 4th. Last year it was the 4th, because it lines up with May the 4th, Star Wars Day, yeah. So that's cool. But having them so close together is very cool anyway.
As long as it's not the 5th. I have personal dramas to the 5th.
Yeah. What are you going to do? What was I going to say? Again, brain off track. Yeah, so if you're around, we open at noon. We'll have the big spread of books. We always start our sale on Free Comic Book Day as well. And in the past couple of years, we've been doing percentage off wall books on Free Comic Book Day, which is a newer thing. So if there's anything you got your eye on, that's when you do it.
Absolutely. It's the best day to invest in some pricey books.
Yeah. I am simultaneously dreading and looking forward to it all at once.
That's the usual vibe. That's the usual vibe.
Yeah, a lot of prep that's gonna go into it in the next few days, but yeah, it'll be fun. A long day. It'll be fun.
Chaos is always fun.
Yeah. Come on down. See what we got. All right, let's get to other stuff. We got an email. We got another email from Tim. And Tim is talking about video games.
Why? We don't do that.
No, we don't do that. I haven't been at a video game for so long. They released... It has nothing to do with anything with us, but they re-released Oblivion, which is the Elder Scrolls game.
I don't know what that is.
It's fantasy shit. You know what Skyrim is?
Barely.
Okay. Oblivion was the previous game to Skyrim. It's just like fantasy bullshit. But they remastered it. And I would love to play it, but I don't have anything to play it on.
My last system is a PS3.
I have a Switch. That's only a decade old. Yours is further. That's 2 generations behind.
Well, I got it as a wedding present like 13 years ago.
Oh, perfect. Good. Tim says, since Marvel Rivals has generated interesting characters from all around the Marvel Universe, what are some modern stories you would recommend? You can pick from the roster, or I could suggest 5 characters. And then he suggested 5 characters because... I'm not going to go. Thank you for suggesting.
Yeah, I don't know what the roster is.
It's just a roster of Marvel heroes. So his 5 characters are Magic, Namor, Bucky Barnes, Cloak and Dagger, and Doctor Strange. Not terrible as far as like trying to find something to read, like off the top of the head.
Not terrible characters. Trying to find something to read.
Magic's hard because she's such a support character.
Right.
She very rarely gets something. Yeah. She has something currently going.
That's not great.
And I'm not a real big fan of it. It's fine.
The problem is she has such deep-rooted lore in limbo and hell dimensions and shit like that.
Which we managed to walk away from.
I know, which has been good. Like, I just like her in the context of X-Men. Like, give her X-Men shit to do in that series. It'd be so much better. Artwork's great. You know, but we always, whenever she gets a solo thing, it's always dragged back to fucking demon shit. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I don't care.
It's a little frustrating. That said, my recommendation, if you're going to go read Magic, just go read Exit Furnace. And it's her dealing with Darkchild and the demon shit.
But that's what you're going to get when you get a series.
But they did it well.
Yeah.
But we're talking about something that's, what, like, over 10 years old?
Did she have another series? Like an old one? Did she have like a 4-part one back with the Iceman and Kitty Pryde?
Yes, in the 80s.
Yeah. And that's probably it.
Yes.
That's it.
And that's like her origin, right?
Yeah. So you get like that old one from the 80s, which is only a 4-issue, you know. Then there's X Infernus, and then there's the current one. Those, I think, are her only like solo series.
Yeah,
other than that, read New Mutants.
Yeah, New Mutants is good.
And read all of New Mutants, because all of New Mutants is great.
This storyline that pops to mind, and maybe it happened in Uncanny, I want to say Utopia era, but remember when Pixie was running around with the daggers, and that was also part of her soul?
Oh, yeah, and she stabbed her with it or something?
Right, and then there was this interplay between the two of them, and how to deal with, like, the soul, and Pixie got involved with Limbo somehow. That storyline was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was when, like, Pixie was, like, quasi-nasty because of it, and it was like, Pixie doesn't get, like, nasty, she's sweet and pretty.
Also, when Pixie was, like, borderline a main character.
Yeah. I miss when they raise characters up to that level and then they like disappear off.
They back them off. Yeah.
Like Pixie should be on a roster team.
I think so. Last time we saw her was in Way of X talking about cheese toast.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And we can't even get on that train of bitching because there's so many. You know. I don't even like calling them C-list characters because they could be A-list characters given the potential.
Sure. Yeah, another thing. Namor. Namor's difficult.
Yeah?
Namor's real difficult, because he's wonderful when he's written properly.
And seldom is.
Seldom is, yes.
He's cardboard, usually.
Again, the last thing that just happened with Jason Aaron is kind of like, eh?
He's Fish Doom.
Yes, he's Fish Doom.
He's Fish Doom without the flavor. He tastes like fish. None of the good Doom flavor.
He has a lot of the same aspects that Doom has, and he's his own separate entity, though, in a way I enjoy them for different reasons.
Yeah, I like their camaraderie. Like, they seem to have each other's backs when
yeah, it's super villain team up.
Everyone is, super villain. That's the other thing, where people are like, oh, he's a good hero, and it's like, no, he's not.
Yeah, he decides when he's a hero.
Yeah. The First Mutant series. The one that was going on. Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
Guys, everything we're going to recommend to you is going to be 10 years old and happened during the Utopia era. When Bendis was hot in Marvel is when we're going to recommend you books.
Unfortunately,
we're old men.
But there's validity to it too, because you look at his first run, right? That was like a 120 issue run
long.
or whatever, right? any mini he's gotten, you know, there was one where he fought Venom. Venom ripped the wings off his ankles, and he ripped the tongue out of Venom's mouth. Right, that was a
Yeah, it happened.
And that was a mini.
I don't know.
And
I know that happened.
And that was weird stuff. There was weird stuff going on because his son had blown up a parade somewhere. It was very awkward because that's how S.H.I.E.L.D. invaded Atlantis. And
Sure, yeah. There's always some sort of like socio-political thing going on
Yeah.
because he's the leader of a nation.
There was a Marvel Knights one about a submarine expedition that treated him kind of like a myth. Like they didn't think he was real and he was showing up outside of portholes. I don't even remember what that one was called.
Okay.
And it was so dreadfully boring I never finished reading it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, The First Mutant. I think we're both agreed on Namor the First Mutant, which is a Utopia era book.
Mm-hmm. And he teamed up with Hope.
Yeah,
some
he
other
mentored Hope throughout it. That time period in general for Namor was interesting because he was part of the X-Men, and you know, even in the Uncanny books at that time period, he was you know, a member. And in the beginning, he was very belligerent and stubborn, and it was like, all right, he wanted to embrace the fact that he was actually a mutant. You know, he had said, you know, he had his time, you know, of course he's Atlantean, and he had his time as an Atlantean and knew his culture as an Atlantean, but he wanted to embrace being part of the mutant race, so he joined the X-Men and undermined like all of Scott's orders, all of Cyclops' orders, and was just a general shitbag.
Well, he's got a hard time listening to anybody.
Yeah.
He's a king.
Yeah,
Don't tell me what to
absolutely.
do.
Well, and that's where it got interesting because I don't remember what the certain circumstances were, but there was a couple of times, like in the field, where things went down, and he came back and went, "All right, like I know why you're in charge."
Yeah,
like,
It was a nice slow progression of like, oh, you have my respect now.
Yeah. He's like, oh look, like he has the capability of being humbled.
Yeah,
like,
it does happen.
Yeah,
it happens. Next one is difficult because I don't read or have read very much of him. Bucky Barnes. I'm just gonna say, just through like hearing from other people, the Brubaker shit, right? When he got rebranded as Winter Soldier, and stuff. Yeah, that's got to be the way to go. I wish I had a better answer.
I don't. I wish they never brought him back. I hate the character.
I'm fine with the character. That's fine.
You know what's the problem?
He has his place.
He doesn't even have a name.
His name is James Buchanan Barnes.
I know, but he doesn't have a superhero name. He's the lamest. And another guy with another metal arm. I cannot take
He's got a new name now. He's part of the other organization.
Yeah, he's the White Wolf or some shit like that.
No. He's part of that. Fuck, I forget. I was just because he did the team up with Laura Kinney book.
Right.
God damn it. I forget what his name is.
But we've been calling him Winter Soldier way too long. It was a Soviet name when he was a Soviet spy. It's like, let's stop calling him this.
Yeah, they have. In universe, he is something else right now.
Okay.
I just don't remember what it was. Like the Victorious or something like that. I don't know.
That is a terrible name.
I have no idea. I'm just trying to pull something out and it's
Victorious.
not coming. I'd have that name just to fucking have that intro.
Oh.
After Bucky is Cloak and Dagger. And
this list isn't getting any better, Tim.
See, I like Cloak and Dagger.
I know, but they don't get any...
They don't get anything.
Right. You know what was great, Cloak and Dagger? The TV show. That TV show was dope.
Didn't watch it. I don't know.
And I hate most TV shows.
Sure, yeah. The thing is, like, I like the dynamic between them.
Yeah.
They have a cool power set, but they always get brought in as, like, they're like a gimmick, or they're a MacGuffin. They're the one who's gonna, like, they have the things we need in order to do the thing. You know what I mean? They're never main characters.
Yeah.
Like, they've had a couple of series, like maybe 2 or 3 series over the past 30 years.
Yep. And they're the almost. They were almost X-Men, but they're not mutants. Like, you know, they thought they were, but no, they're not. And it's like they're almost this, they're almost that. And it's like, what?
Yeah, they're forever set apart.
Yeah, they suffer from not like ever being part of a major team. You know, and they also suffer from like this weird ambiguous age range.
Yeah, they're either 17 or 35.
Yeah, so it's like you guys have been around forever.
Yeah,
like, are you kids or not?
Yeah.
You know, and if you are, fine. Team up with the Runaways more often or something.
They're like New Mutants.
Yeah.
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 It's like, are you in your 20s or 30s?
I don't even think they're like that, because I think even the New Mutants have at least made like self-recognition jokes of like, yeah, we're new.
Yeah,
even
yeah.
though we've been doing this for.
Right. Yeah. I guess they've kind of like nailed them down a little more, but still, it feels very similar. Yeah. I don't have a recommendation for Cloak and Dagger, unfortunately.
Dark X-Men is the only time I can think of them being on a team.
It's like a 2 or 3 issue fucking
Five
mini?
issue mini, and there you get Namor too,
Great. And then Doctor Strange.
and Emma
was in there. Namor was in there.
it's the other guy, the Mimic. No, not Mimic.
No, because he had died.
Yeah, Mimic.
Was he?
Yeah. Right?
I thought he died after that. Because when
Yeah.
he came back during Utopia, he sacrificed himself to do some energy bullshit and exploded.
Right.
Yeah. Doctor Strange.
That's all you.
Yeah. So for a recent reading, the 5 issue going on right now, Doctor Strange of Asgard, pretty solid. I enjoy it. If you want to go back and read like a series, Jason Aaron's run's pretty cool. That's when he like his magic's diminished, and he has to like figure ways around it, and he's figuring out how to take on the cost of magic, hunting down relics and stuff like that. It was a pretty solid series. If you want to go before that, I mean, he's a character who is inconsistently written because he's got a lot of room to do what you want, and that can go either way. I don't have a recommendation off the top of my head, but yeah, go with the one now or.
And it's a good rule
Jason
with all
Aaron's.
things. Start at the very beginning, because it's a very good place to start.
Don't start at the beginning. It's very long ago.
And expensive.
It's very expensive. I still need one. I'm hunting down issues for Strange Tales, and it's not easy. And the Strange Tales 110, a couple grand, you know. Just throw that out. It's fine.
Danny doesn't need to go to college.
No, he's good. Thank you, Tim. That was definitely an interesting thing, trying to dig in and find something to read for those. Even though
we failed
I
short.
failed
Yeah.
on 2/3 of them, or 2/5. I'm sorry, 2/5. I can't do math either. So, what have you read lately?
I have read a whole lot of Spider-Man being punished.
By the Punisher?
No, by the Predator and Godzilla, which is very,
Hey, weird things, right?
very,
Didn't think
very
you hear those combos
weird
ever.
things.
I'm gonna tell you.
It's so very weird.
I like Godzilla.
Shadow.
I am not a Godzilla fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I appreciate Godzilla.
I absolutely.
Like watching them on the the Toho stuff on the weekends, stuff like that. Absolutely saw those. I enjoy the newer movies, but I'm not like, oh my god, Godzilla's got a book.
Same.
I don't care. And the over saturation of Godzilla right now is killing me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's happening now. But he's fighting cities. He's fighting Marvel. He's fighting DC. He's fighting his own stuff. Like he's fighting everybody. Everybody. It's ridiculous.
It doesn't bother me as much as it's
Pulling
bothering you.
heists. He's skateboarding.
Listen. Yeah, you're right. Skater Die. Godzilla Skater Die is definitely one of the more ridiculous ones for sure. It doesn't bother me because it's such a strong fandom, and
He's got a huge fandom.
and I feel like they get nothing. So now they're getting everything. They're
have-
having their renaissance.
Yeah.
Like they're having, they got their Matthew Broderick movie, and they all went, "Oh, could you have just left it dead?"
And then they left it dead for a long time.
And then it was different. Right? Yeah. So
it's just like Godzilla people love Godzilla. I will not take anything away from them. I understand
we
the
can't keep
fandom.
Godzilla merchandise in the store.
Very true.
And most of it's way too expensive to
Also, right, it's all the imports.
imports. Which is only going to
but
get
like-
more crazy.
I know. But like specifically now, like what's happening? Did like whoever has the licensing, like whoever's managing that, be like, make everything?
I don't know.
He's gonna be fighting aliens soon. Like he's doing everything, man.
Like the Xenomorph aliens?
No, just like general aliens.
Okay.
You know the
I mean, they could do Xenomorphs or they could do Mars Attack aliens. Either way, like, it would be fun.
Mars Attacks aliens would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
He just roars so loud, all the glass
Yeah, they just
shells
glass,
crack.
yeah. So how does Spider-Man fight Godzilla?
Well, he doesn't really. It's actually it's such a weird, wacky book. Like, if I had known ahead of time, I probably wouldn't have read it because it's just so silly and stupid.
Okay. I flipped through the Hulk one. I didn't flip through this one yet.
I like the artwork. I thought it was very clean. It was fun to read a Godzilla book because I don't normally read Godzilla anything. And you know, it's Spider-Man, so watching him deal with anything, a lot of it was like, so it happens like time period wise right after Secret Wars. Like Spider-Man just is new to having.
Oh, he just has the suit. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
So you know, Godzilla roars, and the sonic vibrations from his roar. You know, the suit's susceptible to fire and sonics.
Yeah.
So it ran
Flips
away
out.
from Peter.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Peter's left in like a football jersey and boxer shorts. And the suit goes.
Put some pants on, Bean. God damn.
Well, no, in the book they also address like how cool the costume is and how he doesn't have to wear clothes.
Right, it
because
becomes
the suit
clothes.
makes his clothes. Yeah, so they go into everything. There's a lot of information boxes that refer you to now 30-year-old issues, which is hysterical.
Well, if it's supposed to be taking place in a time period,
but
right?
it's fun because it's like if you haven't read that stuff and you don't know that stuff, and now you're referring me to an issue that's 30 years old. Like, screw you, guy.
Sure.
Like, you know, there were information boxes that are like, oh, this didn't happen, so never mind. Like, you know, like
Wait. Like it referenced something
that didn't happen. Like it referenced a miniseries that was going to happen because of that, and it didn't happen because this didn't happen in continuity. So it was kind of like after the
That's fine.
after the reference, it was like, never mind, that didn't happen.
All right, they're having fun. I guess take the ridiculous thing you're doing and get ridiculous with it. I guess
There's stuff that happens in it that you're kind of like, wait a minute, I want to know what. He goes to save Mary Jane, and Mary Jane knows he's Spider-Man, and he's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you know? And she's like, I'm not stupid, you know? And it's oh, well, how would I like some explanation? And then like,
nope, gotta fight Godzilla.
yeah, and then Black Cat shows up, and like apparently like they're already a thing, and MJ and him are on the break, and he's with Black Cat, so like they're snippy and cat fighty with each other, and that's kind of fun, you know, especially because he's like, Cat, get her to safety, and they're like, meh. It's wacky. It's wacky. In the beginning of the issue, Pete is fighting Shocker, and he leaves him like webbed up. So he runs back and he jacks Shocker's tech and he amps it up to hit Godzilla with the vibrations and get the symbiote off of Godzilla.
Wait. At no point did you say that suit went on Godzilla. That suit went on Godzilla.
Yeah, after Godzilla roared and got it off Pete, the suit went on to Godzilla.
So symbiote. That's not Venom, right? It's just a symbiote.
God Venom.
Symbiote Godzilla.
Symbiote Godzilla.
Okay.
It's God Venom.
Okay.
I mean, we've seen a symbiote on the T-Rex before, so
Yeah,
it's not very
old
different.
hat, yeah, sure.
Yeah, old hat. So you know, Pete hits him with the Shocker gauntlets, and the symbiote runs away, and you know, Godzilla fucks off, and Pete's like, yay. Like, even in the beginning, he was just like, oh, I have to keep it busy till the Avengers get here, because I am not prepared to deal with this shit.
He's hitting New York. There's so many other more viable heroes to fight a Godzilla, like Thor,
Yeah.
for instance.
Right.
Anybody. Where are they?
Well, so,
They didn't get back from Battleworld yet? Like,
when Godzilla shows up, like, Pete's like, oh, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Like, oh, yeah, like, I know who he is. This is a thing. And he says, like, oh, he attacks New York every once in a while. And I'm like,
that's horrifying.
I think you mean Japan. Like, what are you talking about?
It's the wrong ocean.
Yeah.
He had to go a long way.
He's a good swimmer.
Yes.
So, you know, we're in the time period where, like, you know, Jay Jonah's, like, the angry rage monster, you know, and he's talking about Eddie Brock getting better photos and working for another paper, and he's yelling at Pete, and, you know, so, like, with continuity's all there, Brock hates Parker, and blah, 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 and the symbiote finds Brock. Only when the symbiote goes on Eddie, it is like taking a page out of like the Carnage series where like the symbiote left codexes.
Okay.
And like had properties from the people it was on. Like, remember when Carnage was going around killing anyone who had ever had a symbiote?
Sure.
And Carnage was getting those powers. He had Ghost Rider powers and shit like that. Yeah. So when Brock gets the symbiote, it's a Godzilla Venom symbiote. Like, he has the back plates.
Does he have a big tail?
I think he did have a tail. I'm not positive.
It's just it's Venom, but a little dinosaur guy.
Yeah.
That sounds adorable.
It's ridiculous.
I'm sure it looked incredibly intimidating, but I'm thinking like one of those big raptor blow-up suits.
It actually
but black
didn't look
and slimy.
intimidating at all. It just looked goofy as all get out because the artwork was very like clean and cartoony and stuff. It wasn't like scary.
Okay.
It was like bright and colorful.
Well, that sounds wonderfully ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. Unlike Spider-Man Predator, which was very dark and had a real dark, realistic kind of tone. And
that was
vibe
from
to
last
it.
week.
Yeah, that was from last week. But this one was very bright and colorful.
Okay. Yeah, Spider-Man Predator, I have my issues with.
Yeah, I don't like the Predator.
Why?
I don't like that he's like a serial killer. I don't like that he's like skinning people and wearing the skin. Like,
Yeah, he took a face, right? But he's also stealing body parts from all the people he kills.
Like, I get the
varying
trophy
degrees.
thing. The trophy thing's a thing with Predators historically. That's cool. But, like, the skin thing and wearing it, like, that's a little too...
Well, he put, like, the skin on his face, right? A human's face on his face.
Like, there should
That's
be, like,
all weird.
translation boxes underneath the Predators click-clacking and going, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Like, you know, it's like, no.
But, like, he's taking, like, fingers and legs and jaws and heads and
You know
arms and stuff. Like, it's all kinds of random bullshit.
You know what I learned this morning from a TikTok video? Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime,
Yeah.
did the Predator clicks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I figured that'd just be, like, Foley work of some kind.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he did the thing.
That's cool.
Because it was actually like footage of him at an interview, and they're like, "Oh, is it true you did this?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did that." And he's like, "True you did this?" He's like, "Yeah, I did that." And he's like, "You know what else I did?" And he did it. He went, and I was like,
kidding.
"Oh shit!"
That's crazy. All right, that's cool.
Yeah,
You know, Van Damme was supposed to be the Predator.
really?
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme was supposed to be the Predator. Like, they initially, like, threw a suit on him and stuff, and they couldn't work it out, so they just scrapped it.
You just see him doing splits on trees.
Well, that was the thing. He was hot at the time, and he was supposed to be, like, this weird ninja alien thing, so they were kind of going that route, and it just didn't work out.
Van Damme's also too short.
He's a little guy, yeah.
Yeah, because the guy in the Predator suit was huge.
He's very big.
Yeah.
But that was after that, because they reworked what the Predator was. The Predator initially had, like, a big, like, horse head almost. Like, long, kind of, like, neck coming off of the dude's head.
Wow.
It was, like, a more dog-like. They changed the whole thing. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, I'm glad they did because you know, that thing's terrifying when it takes the helmet off.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, so back to the comic. I haven't read any of the other, like, Predator verses, because they did a Black Panther, they did a Wolverine.
Black Panther and a Wolverine.
And it's all written by the same guy. It's all Benjamin Percy.
I mean, Wolverine makes sense.
Wolverine makes sense, right? Black Panther also makes sense. Jungle setting, blah, blah, blah. Maybe, like, he's going, like, the Predator's going after Vibranium for some reason. Who knows? I don't know. Again, I haven't read it. I don't know.
Jungle setting. T'Challa's not normally in jungles. He lives in a fucking technically advanced city.
In the jungle. But
Okay. Like that, you know, like the Predator's always got like crazy tech, and I just like see like him and like T'Challa just going like, "Oh, well, mine has a laser scope too." Like
just showing each other.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what does yours do?"
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, so this Predator has a name. It's called Skinner.
principle.
And it's skinning people, taking body parts and the skin off people. New York is in a blackout. It's super hot because, you know, why not?
Adds to the horror.
Yeah, sure.
Summertime in Manhattan's gross.
My issues are not with him being like more like a serial killer. I think that's fine. My issues are Pete and what he's doing. His job is a photographer. He's writing articles for the Bugle. Why the fuck is he writing articles? Also, he seems okay with sneaking photos of grisly murders and bringing them to the Bugle and having them published.
Well, I mean, that also bites him in the ass too, because there's a detective that's
Yeah,
like,
going
I
out-
want to know how the hell
But
he got
this
these
is-
photos.
but this
That's
is
from a
very
closed
not
crime
Pete,
scene.
where it's just like it's literally skinned bodies hanging from the ceiling, and Pete's like, snap, 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 snap. Go put it in the paper. It's like, no, get out of here.
Stressful times. You know, heat in the summertime gonna make you go crazy. Do
I
crazy
guess, I
things.
guess.
Listen,
I did like him kind of doing that undercover work where he snuck into the crime scene in the suit or whatever. And I also liked him talking to Jonah. He webbed his cell phone to his head while he was swinging around. I was like, how come we haven't seen that before? That's fun.
more practical uses.
For a very dark book, I'm like, that's fun. That's cool.
I have hands free.
Right. There's this whole thing where he's killing everybody, and MJ's on a train, like in the subway, and power goes out, and he happens to go attack that train
Of course.
at that moment. So he's got to go find her, and then Kraven the Hunter shows up at the end, which I think is a nice touch.
I'm more excited about Kraven fighting the Predator than I am about Pete. Like,
Right, but that's what this is going to be, right? It's going to be Kraven hunting the Predator. Like, you have someone hunt the Predator for a change.
Yeah, well, like, Kraven's nipples got hard immediately. He was just like, oh, something worthy to hunt. Fuck,
he saved the dude who was about to get mugged.
That's his whole vibe.
The dude who was going to get mugged, he was hawking papers, and some guys were going to rob him. He's like, no, you're much too weak to be out. Go home.
There's a whole empathy for animals angle that would make you go, oh, Kraven Hunter, fuck you, you trophy hunting piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But in the context of Kraven versus Predator, I think this is like his euphoric dream.
Absolutely.
This is like, you sent me an apex. Like I'm gonna have the best time of my life with it. Like, you can't be a fan of Kraven and not be happy for him.
Yeah, right now, yeah, exactly. I would like to see them fight each other to a standstill, like the first Predator with the Predator and Schwarzenegger, where it's like, yeah, buddy, I got you. You fucked me up, but I got you.
But that's the other thing too, is like the Predators in the past, and I haven't seen every Predator movie, so I'm not even gonna be like an aficionado. But like, first two, they don't attack people that don't have weapons.
Sure.
Like, that's why the girl stayed safe the entire first movie, because she never picked up a weapon.
Right.
And it's like, this guy's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill a train full of people. Like, I get it, not every Predator is the same.
Right, yeah, maybe he just loves killing stuff.
Yeah, but like, when your lore has like a seemingly a set of rules.
Yeah, like a society who's like, yeah, we're honor bound, like hunters for whatever the most dangerous thing is.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Sure,
and I don't, like, you're not beholden to anything. But like,
so far, he's only killed drug addicts or drug dealers and bank robbers. That's all we've seen him kill.
So he's a hero.
He's a hero. Yeah, he's the Punisher.
Just let him go.
Yeah, he's gonna take the mask off, and it's the Punisher.
Right. Oh, he's gonna be like the cops that wear the Punisher symbol. He'll just paint the skull on his armor.
Yeah. So, weird book. I don't dislike it. It's just odd. It makes some choices where it's like, Pete wouldn't do that. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, all around, like, it was what it was. Like, I don't know. I could take it. Honestly, I could take it or leave it, because
yeah, I'm not invested in it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, the first Predator movie is like one of my favorite movies.
But that's it. It is what it, like.
I was just saying, I like the Predator quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably one of my most rewatched movies in my life.
Sure. The second one, not so much.
No, the second one, no. No, thank you. No. Sorry, Danny Glover.
Yeah, nothing against him.
I will say, since we're on the subject,
you can't see the demon's eyes till he come calling.
For me, Prey, the one of the more recent Predator movies, where it's like the Native American girl fighting him, I think that stands up to Predator.
To the first.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not quite there because you're not having the 80s action movie thing going on, but it's very good.
When they started to cross over with the Xenomorphs, I couldn't care. I mean, honestly, I couldn't care after the second one. The second one was just like, oh, this is a good reason to not watch anymore.
Sure.
And I'll be honest, I have always thought Xenomorphs were boring as shit.
I like Alien. I like Aliens. Past that, I'm pretty good. I don't need anything else.
I mean, the first one was very scary. I mean, I was young when I saw it for the first time. It was very scary.
It's still a very good movie.
For what it was. Like a lot of jump scares and stuff. But it just doesn't do anything for me. Without a intellect and just being a hive mind that's unable to communicate, it's just like, all right, those are big animals, big scary animals.
Yeah, but I mean, the point is, it was supposed to be like a spaceship, like Boogeyman. You know what I mean? Like, it can get you anywhere.
Yeah.
And it had the body horror aspect to it. So.
Yeah, it's also like
big penis heads. Thanks, Geiger. I forget. I don't remember how to pronounce it.
I think it's Geiger, but whatever. But it's like they're at that point they're just like wild animals in space, and it's just like, all right, I'm almost empathetic for them because like they got to eat too, right? Like,
they're just looking to reproduce.
Yeah.
It's just you happen to be the thing that they have to reproduce in.
Can't be mad at things wanting to fucking eat. That's it.
Anyway, since there's not a lot this week in particular, like I will touch on for this week. And I want to hop back to last week, because last week had a little more going on.
Well, yeah.
This week, we're taking everyone down with us number 2. Fantastic.
Yeah.
For issue 2, it is quickly rising up to like one of my favorite books I'm reading.
It is my favorite book. Already. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is up there. The dialogue is so good.
Dude, like I was saying, that villain talking about his cloak with his henchmen, it was just goddamn hysterical.
It's a cloak, not a cape.
Yeah.
What am I? Some sort of idiot?
Yeah.
No. It's a cloak.
Emperors wear cloaks.
But, like, there's the back and forth with the two, like, English soldiers.
Yeah.
With the little girl, like, really good. The back and forth with the butler and this dude, really good. The dialogue with the assistant, like it's the dialogue is, like, on the top, man. It's so good.
I think I best describe it, like, if I was going to describe it to someone who knew nothing about anything, but, like, it's like a serious Venture Brothers. It's got the fun of all the different dynamics.
Oh boy, I could see that. Yes,
Council of Talking Heads, and like, but serious. Like, everything's not a joke.
But there's humor in a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
dialogue.
not that it's not funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is good.
Yeah.
There's a monkey in a lab coat,
Right.
who we assume is a vampire. 'Cause that's
Vampire
what he
race.
said.
Yep.
Like the thing where there's a whole thing where these two guards are talking to each other about whether the monkeys are cannibals or not because they're eating people. Like, no. They're man-eating. Like, oh, you an idiot? They're not cannibals. They're man-eating monkey. Like, it's stupid little shit like that. You take the time to have those panels in there to kind of, like, break it up a little bit. It adds so much. Mm-hmm. It's so good. I cannot say how happy I am with that book. It's very good. I'm very excited to read more.
Yep. I hope it goes a long time. I don't know if it's set to be.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I can't say.
But speaking of books that are, like, holding their own and still going, Void Rivals. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know what issue came out this week, but it's still awesome.
Okay.
It's still fantastic.
Sweet.
Bug Wars issue 3 last week.
Oh, so good.
Right? Mm-hmm. It hasn't skipped a beat.
Nope, they just keep building.
Feral's is new this week. Also awesome. Like,
I haven't read Feral this week, but the last issue was great.
Just I'm so happy that there are indie books that are, like, hitting double digits that I'm like, oh,
right.
Good.
Yeah,
so good.
But, like, the system of, like, hey, we're going to do this in 6 issues or 5 issues. We're going to do 4. You know what I mean? And everything's a mini, barely reaching maxi because it's easier to pitch to companies, I guess. It's easier to get optioned for a movie or an adaptation. I like the idea of something going long term.
The longevity,
I really do.
The longevity that I look for in titles, because, like, I'm not going away from the hobby, so I like things that are long.
Yeah, you want to get invested in something that's going to stick around.
Exactly, you know. Yeah. And I want those Invincibles. I want those 140 something issues of a series. You know, because the big two, they reset. And they disappoint constantly. I'm not thrilled with any of the X titles. We got issue 2 of Amazing Spider-Man. Not thrilled. Not that they're not good. They're just lackluster. They're not getting me excited.
I'm okay with Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man.
You're okay.
No. Look.
Are you excited about Spider-Man?
Not currently.
Right. I was more excited about the last.
But they're doing stuff.
Thing.
Yeah, I guess. But that was because we're coming off a big pile of shit over.
Whatever. Right. But it was fun and goofy and colorful.
Number 1, reset us. Right. Number 2, we get a little more into the plot. You know, Pete dealing with being drugged by Itsy Bitsy of all people.
Yeah, I mean, the next issue could deliver big because Itsy Bitsy is just zaniness. Like,
right,
why
but
is
like
she here?
It's zany, but she's also being treated like an actual villain. Like, oh yeah, I'll kill you.
Yeah,
fuck it, I don't care.
And for those of you who don't know, the ridiculousness of Itsy Bitsy is she is from an alternate dimension, right?
Dimension, future, something like that.
Future,
sure. Yeah.
And she is the child, the genetic makeup of Deadpool and Peter Parker.
Yes,
right. So it's the Spider-Man Deadpool love child, lab child.
Yeah.
And she's ridiculous. She's a big spider lady,
but also apparently very scary.
Yeah. She's 6-armed spider lady. Like, it's just scary. She's a monster.
But like them laying out the groundwork for the story, I think is working well. I'm looking forward to more. I'm not like Spidey, throw it away.
Sure, but I'm not like salivating.
No, at the moment, no. But like you got to give this thing some time to get momentum.
Yeah, you got to give things time to get momentum, but Bug Wars is at issue 3, and I would punch somebody in the face to have the next issue in my hands tomorrow.
Sure.
We're taking everyone down with us. Number 2 came out this week. I will punch someone in the face for issue 3.
But
you know what I'm talking about? Like, I want that X-Men Krakoa era shit.
But they don't have the baggage that you have to lug along with you for being Spider-Man or the X-Men that you have to get going to get the momentum, because you can just pick up and go because you don't know anything going on. You can't just pick up and go with Spider-Man because there's too much shit going on.
That baggage excuse is garbage, because we ended an Uncanny run and the very next day there was Krakoa. Like, there was there was setup because there was House and Powers, but House and Powers started right after series ended with no connectivity, and you just went, excuse me, didn't everybody just die? Shut up. They're all on an island.
Yeah. But you want look. Yes, I get what you're saying. The thing is again, we're going to take another like check off my X-Men card or whatever. While House and Powers was very good, it was also slow, and it wasn't the easiest thing to understand in the world either.
No.
So it wasn't like a gangbusters. Oh my god, I can't wait for the next issue. Just like, well, what the fuck is happening now?
All right, case in point, and something else that we need to talk about. What should be the best thing right now out of the big two? What should be the biggest thing that people are looking forward to out of the big two? What should be the fresh hotness on the shelf, the absolute fire? Should be the sequel to Hush, right? Loeb and fucking Jim Lee are back again, right?
Oh, man.
Back again. But right? There should be lines out the door. Hush is back. Oh my god, it's 2008 all over again. Who the fuck remember? But no, it's fucking dog shit. But it's real pretty because it's wrapped in Jim Lee artwork.
Yeah, but again, I've been saying since they pitched it, this is going to be trash.
I know, but
it's a bad decision to do it.
Listen,
well, how does that have anything to do with what we're talking about?
Because it's got the expectation, right? It could have ignited, but it floundered and failed.
No, because it's a nostalgia grab. It was never going to do it.
Right, but listen. Yes, it could have.
It could have. I'm being a little absolutist. Yes, it could have been amazing. But
right.
It turned out to be one of the worst fucking things I've read so far.
Issue one was ambiguous and it needed to be.
Issue 1 was like, hey, remember Hush?
Right.
Oh, we had talked about it already. I don't want to retread it.
And it was very ambiguous.
And then issue 2 was
issue 2 was Batman holding a gun.
Oh my god, there's so much wrong with that issue.
Issue 2 was Batman shooting Jason Todd in the face with a gun.
But it's fine. He knew where to shoot him, and he knew it wouldn't happen. It just cracked it open and didn't hurt him at all.
Like when he punched the specific tooth at a Nightwing's mouth. Stop it.
And that's so dumb, but I'm more willing to take that than him taking the chance of shooting his son in the face.
Even picking the gun up, it was at a... no. But that's my point, is that they are continuously disappointing me, Marvel and DC. Like, the stuff that's winning me over in DC... are things like The Question.
Yeah, we had talked like they're doing very good. Yeah. I'm fine with everything Marvel's doing right now. I don't have any big issues with Marvel at the moment, and they're not like shitting on anything as hard as Batman is right now.
All right. I'll give you that. They're not shitting on it like Batman's being
because it was so bad. Yeah. Like, hey, can I ask you a question? When's the last time Jason had that white shock of hair on the front of his head?
Oh, God, wasn't that during the Batman and Robin?
When's the last time Jim Lee looked at Jason Todd?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck, man?
I'm still speculating right now 2 Jason Todds.
They already nixed that because Batman fought him and we went through this before, but this is definitely him. I'm gonna shoot him in the face.
Sure.
With a gun.
Well,
which I love.
Well, at this point, they've both had a lot of time to train.
Speaking of that Riddler's a shit brick house.
Yeah, and he was just in the last Batman arc being
the villain,
scrawny Riddler,
and the villain.
Yeah,
and Babs just lets him into her home and hideout, and he knows everyone's secret identities, and it's cool because he wants to help, and no one understands him because he's so smart.
Well, he knew them after the first Hush. That's how the first Hush ended. Is Batman confronting him in the cell, and he's like, "I know," and he's like, "Yeah, no one will believe you."
I can't do this. I can't. I cannot tell you how much I hate that issue.
Yeah,
it is like the worst issue of Batman I've read. Period. Maybe.
I just wish it didn't look so pretty.
Look, I don't want to take anything away from Jim Lee. I'm gonna say something controversial. It's not the best for me.
No.
And it might be a generational thing. You know what I mean? Like eras of when things were being drawn. But my art tastes definitely skew more towards modern style, where he is very much of his time, and I can't.
Yeah.
A lot of his design choices are just fucking weird. He's kind of like static in a lot of his shit.
Yes.
It's very just
well, I prefer I prefer cleaner artwork.
I'm not talking about the cleanliness of it.
No,
I'm talking about
I'm just saying,
character design, other stuff he's got going. I like art with flow in it. You know what I mean? Even if it's a little looser, not everything looks picture perfect every time. I don't need every fucking panel to be a cover. You know?
Yeah.
So.
But he's really good at pinups.
He's an excellent artist. I could never draw anything even close to what he does. But I'd rather see someone else.
It'd take you 3 hours just with the lines, just the cross-hatching alone. Fuck that.
He doesn't do it anymore. He just pays someone else to do that for him.
Right.
He's got a line guy. But yeah, very disappointed with that.
Yeah, I know if I wanted the same kind of attention to detail with like dynamic, fluid motion, I'd probably go for a Sean Murphy. You know, but I like guys like Capullo. You know, like
I got you. And we've talked before how Capullo isn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
He's very close.
Yeah.
To like the style I like, but not for me.
Well, you know, like I like Capullo, but I don't like McGinnis. You know,
Okay.
like McGinnis is a little too bubbly, and everyone's too the same. Like, you know,
I get that. The thing is, like Ramos does it for me, and Ramos is in that thing too, where he leans a little more into cartoon, but like
I like Ramos. I don't like Bacallo.
He's doing art on the new Fantastic Four book with Ryan North, and it's a very pretty Sue he drew.
Have you seen
that?
I could see him going just wacky ass crazy with Reed.
He could.
Yeah.
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 He could. It's very like toned back like cover. It's very pretty Sue. She's like centerpiece.
Nice.
But yeah. But I don't know. Something that DC put out that I am very much enjoying last week. Absolute Martian Manhunter number 2.
And the artwork's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's super abstract.
It's very good though.
Oh, it's so fun.
It's very good book.
Yeah, I agree.
I cannot. I had no idea I would love a Martian Manhunter book this much.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking with what Martian Manhunter is, so you don't know what's going on, and they're kind of like eking out the rules a little bit here and there, so you kind of like you're learning how everything works as John learns.
Yeah, like I'm not even like absolutely solid on everything. I like what's abstract and what's internal and what's actually going on.
Right.
So it's like this is fun. It's just slowly revealing itself.
Right, but again, it's the way the telepathy's handled, where it's like smoke coming off of people that can be read as it goes. You know, like you can get into somebody, manipulating. Like there's a whole lot of shit. They introduced a white Martian who's like an entity that's like corrupting people. It's a lot.
Yeah,
and it's very good.
Yep, I like it a lot. It's fun.
I'm where like Wonder Woman was towards the top for the absolute titles for me. This is at the top now. Like I'm excited.
Yes.
I am excited for the next issue.
I agree. It is my favorite absolute title as of right now.
And the last issue of Absolute Wonder Woman, like Wonder Woman fucked with Hades and won.
No shit.
And not like a fight, like a I outsmarted you. Fuck you.
That's at the top of my read pile from last week.
Very good.
That and X-Force, which I'm concerned about.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not around anymore. Other good stuff. Again, no, this week not a whole lot. I'm gonna keep going back to last week. One World Under Doom 3, still good.
I like this. The more and more they're like, oh, we're getting to the bottom of. Oh no, he did it the right way.
Yeah, no, he thought about it and he did it. What? No, what? Ah!
We're gonna find out that you did this scummy thing. You didn't though. Shit. Like yeah, it's fun to see that like Doom taking that high road all the time. It's like all right, even though.
Everything is the Avengers / Fantastic Four going, hey, we're going to try this. And we're going to work with villains. We're going to work with murderers.
Yeah.
That said, I really like the interaction between the heroes and the villains. I thought the villains are fantastic.
Yes.
I never liked Arcade as much ever in my life in that book. Because he's such a like oppositionally defiant asshole. Where it's like, yeah, fucking punch me in the face. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Like, look at me. Like, I never even punched before. Yeah. The interactions between the heroes and villain is fun and interesting. It's weird to see the compromises, though. The moral compromises.
And Doom tells them as much. We're like, hey, slumming it with these guys, huh?
Yeah. So it's just to give Doom more of a higher ground.
The Marvel's going to have to become DC Comics. It's going to have to be Doom Comics.
Doom Comics.
He's going to take over everything, and everyone's going to be okay with it. It's just very, very good. It's very pretty, too. It's well drawn.
What do you think the turn's going to be?
Honestly, I don't know.
Right.
Because at this point, he's done everything right. Everything's better. Like, I don't know what the ripped the lid off. Oh no! Look what he's actually doing.
He's got mutant orphan kittens that he's torturing for power. Like, what's going on? Like, he's got to be doing something.
He is only a good guy right now.
I know it's mind-boggling.
And the thing is like they better have a really good turn, otherwise I'm going to be mad. Because if they just turn it on some bullshit where it's like, Doom, why would you do? You know what I mean? Like, it has to be worth it.
And I don't want him to get tripped up with some Doom bullshit where it's like, oh, I just wanted more. Like, I just craved more power or more whatever.
But he already said he wasn't that. It's like, I'm the one who can do this, and I am. You know what I mean? It's not that. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're going to bring his mother back, and it's going to fuck everything I watch. Some asshole's going to go get his mom, and it's going to fuck everything up.
You had to go and take over the world, didn't you, Victor?
But it's like, what are his flaws? His face, his mom. His hate for Reed. He's overcome his face and Reed. His mom hasn't been around in forever, so like...
Sue leaves Reed for Victor.
Oh, honey pots him.
And he's just like, no, now that you're willing, I don't even want to know.
So, yeah, that's good. Shit. Again from last week. We'll talk last thing I want to talk about from last week, and I'm going to jump to this week as something I didn't like. Justice League Unlimited 6.
Yeah, I didn't get around to reading that one yet, but you told me you called it.
I called it.
Yep.
I called it. Gorilla Grodd went back in time and picked a Legion of Doom at a point that was more useful to him. So they are past Legionnaires. Or Legion of Doomers. I don't whatever the plural.
Legionnaires is the Legion.
I know that's why I corrected myself. Whatever the plural of Legion of Doom is, he went and got better versions of them for his purposes.
And
I still want to know where he's getting all the resources to do all the crazy stuff he was doing as Inferno.
I'm saying it's not. I don't. Look, you're gonna go back and get a more useful Legion of Doom. Fine. But why on earth would you include the Joker?
Wild card.
No, why would you include a wild card in your plans?
Because he's going to do things you're not going to think of. It'll help.
No, fuck you in the ass. It always does.
I don't know. I never understood why Legion of Doom was a thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
egos,
exactly. The egos are huge. Yeah. Even if you just take Luthor, Sinestro, and Grodd, they're going to want to murder each other.
That's it. So Sinestro was always one of those things that got me with the Legion of Doom. Why do you even care what's going on Earth?
Go on any other fucking planet.
You have the universe.
Is it because of like hate for Hal, just to be petty?
Maybe, but they don't write him like that. Really, I mean, maybe they wrote him like that back in the day.
I don't know. I'm not really
just
person.
One of those villains that had a Hal hard on. Mm-hmm. But I don't think our Sinestro, our modern day Sinestro.
Yeah, he's got other shit going on.
Has tact.
Yeah,
he's got bigger things going on.
He's got people to lead. He's got a core to take care of. Like he's got like planets.
This guy not fucking around with trivial bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
hanging out with a guy who's got straw on him, like fucking Scarecrow. Like
right. I don't care what the Scarecrow and the Clown want to do with Gotham. I really don't. I really don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah. So I called that, and I'm curious to see what happens now because like they reveal it, and the League is there. Because he kills Airwave. The Gorilla Grodd kills Airwave. You also get the origin of how he got Airwave to work for him.
Yeah. Right.
So I want to see how that's going to resolve, because they better figure something out real fast.
It would be interesting if modern Lex is just like, oh, you found a better version? No, fuck that. And Lex is the one that's just like, there is no better version.
Yeah.
I am the best version.
It's not like better, but like would suit his purposes.
Sure.
Kind of thing. Not like, because he went over, it's like, this guy's gone way too crazy, and this guy's, his ego's too big, and this guy blah, 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 blah. You know, that kind of thing.
Sure, but a more villainous Lex. You're talking, our modern day Lex is a Lex who was a member of the Justice League for a while. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. It's all motivations.
Right.
But, so I'm done with last week. You have anything else from last week?
No.
For this week, I wanted to read Lost Fantasy, which is a one-shot fantasy thing by Image. I'm going to. I just didn't get to read it for this, unfortunately. Well, the other thing I did read, unfortunately, was Kid Juggernaut.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me.
It does something that I think needs to be done because it's never been talked about. But it introduces the lineage of the avatars of Sidorak.
Okay.
That there are other Juggernauts before Kane.
Okay.
And they introduce the direct previous Juggernaut to Kane. I would like to see more of that, because Juggernaut should be like fucking Iron Fist. There's going to be one for every generation, right?
Right.
Kind of thing. So they introduce that, which is the cool part, and then they get into the bullshit with the actual character, and I don't particularly care about it. But he's the grandson of the Juggernaut before Kane, which there's some timeline issues for me in there, but that's besides the point. That's kind of it. It just gives his origin. I don't particularly care. We'll see if it becomes relevant. I don't think he will.
Yeah, I got all the Juggernaut I need in X-Men.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, it introduced an aspect I appreciate, but then I don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
It's
unfortunate. There was a lot of not good on the table this week.
There wasn't a whole... It's the end of the month, though. You know what I mean? It's a fifth month. It's Free Comic Book Day week.
Fifth week of the month.
Or not fifth month. It's going to be the fifth month soon.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those weeks where there's not a lot. It was the annual week 2 for DC, so it wasn't very much going on there.
They had nothing on the table.
Yeah, 2 annuals and some bullshit.
Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah. Yeah, Marvel, standard fare, like nothing crazy.
Not even. You watching, like, X-Books? No.
NYX.
Ending. And Weapon X garbage.
Yeah, Weapon X-Men, that's nothing.
Those aren't X-Books.
Ultimate Spider-Man came out, didn't get to read that yet, but that came out.
Ultimate Spider-Man, like, I almost feel bad for taking it for granted on the table, because it's just like, oh, there it is, the one quality book that's on the table.
Are you caught up on that?
Yes, I am.
With the intro of Sandman?
Yeah.
Which is like, guys, you just let a guy go who's gonna, like, fuck up your day, like, way later, like, what'd you do? So... This issue's going to be about Mysterio, which is going to be cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, but I think I'm tapped for this week.
Well, we covered a lot between last week and this week.
Yeah, mostly last week.
No.
Hopefully next week and the week after will be much, much better.
Read that Spider-Man Godzilla just for a chuckle.
I think I'm going to have to. It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I'll at least slip through it.
Yeah.
I'm not about to read it. I'll skim it.
Skim it's enough.
Again, Free Comic Book Day this Saturday. Come on by, get some free books, check out our sale. Come have fun. We always have the 501st tier, people in costume.
Yeah, take pictures.
It'll be a good time. Come hang out.
Be one
of the family.
Yeah, be a social nerd.
Yeah, gross.
Talk to people.
It's the worst. What are we reading next time? It's your pick.
Fight Girls by Frank Cho.
It's gonna be pretty.
It's gonna be very pretty. Well,
he wrote and drew it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. It's gonna be pretty.
I've read it before.
Yeah.
I like it. It's not complicated. It's very on its face is what it is.
Okay, I have not read it, so I don't know. You have a thing for AWA. Like, your last few picks have been like that publisher.
Well, I think that, like, there's a lot of indie stuff that, like, catches my eye as it's coming out.
I mean, in show books, they'll catch your eye, absolutely.
Yeah, and I try to like keep tabs on stuff. Well, keep up to date on my regular capes and big 2 stuff.
You have to, yeah.
So having the book reviews has really been a good way for me to go back and get to the things. I was like, that looked interesting. And
I definitely like it as a tool to, like, kind of like read stuff I want to read. There's still a couple things I'm trying to get a hold of so we can make good on some recommendations from listeners.
Yeah, we should get back into those Black Sad books. Because I love the first ones.
Yeah, they're very good. I think that's something we read personally. But if you want to hear us go over the Black Sad sequels, let us know, because we'll do that.
Yeah, happily.
But yeah, I'm just trying to get a hold of some trades for some recommendations we have, so we could actually do them.
Yeah, and for what they're worth, the AWA books are good. Like, Rumpus Room was fun.
They are not bad.
Yeah, they are serving the purpose for books to review.
Sure.
With Not All Robots. That's another one, right?
That is AWA, and that's Mark Russell is the guy who wrote Rumpus Room as well, so same guy.
Yeah, so that's another one on my list. We're going to be doing more AWA. And what about the Black and White series? Who does those?
What?
Black and White. It was Black.
Oh,
Black as fuck.
Okay, I don't know off the top of my head.
It was Boom or Black Mask or something.
Maybe Black Mask. It wasn't quite as large as Boom, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the publisher. But, all right, yeah, so Fight Girls next time.
Fight Girls next
Frank
next
Cho,
week. Gonna be pretty.
Thank you for listening. And if you would like to give us discussion topics like Tim did, or give us future book reviews like Tim also did, or any number of people, we would definitely appreciate those. Give us something that, like, we wouldn't normally read. Like Black Sad was something that, like, blew us out of the water, right?
Yeah.
So that would be very cool. You can do that at our email, thecomiccryptcast@gmail.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can follow the store on Instagram and Facebook. The links will be in the show notes for those. And
go read your books.
We loading up the hearse, throw it in reverse. I come from the church of the Marvel Universe. Bodies getting stuffed in the bags like comics. The hardcore get it while the soft bitches vomit. I came to this earth on a radiated comet. Now the planet is in perilous danger because I'm on it. Fly super villain with the superpowers in me. Got the rare issues and all my shit is minty. Body like Ben Grimm, suckers I be beating down. Look around and we be found chilling out in Eatontown. I be at the comic crypt stacking up the kryptonite. Doomsday and Superman every time I grip the mic. Dark Phoenix overloading, supernova sunspot exploding. I'm the Punisher reloading Bobby Drake when he's frozen. Storm forming ominous clouds over the ocean. Working with Professor X to master my emotion. Have you posing in the box whether you know it or not. I'll easily bag your bitch like Logan did to Scott. Mr. Sinister plots when I administer shots to clone gene from a genes. Then this shit'll get hot like Inferno. Burn slow, humans are ash. God loves man kills in the days of future past. Now I'm working on a science lesson. Me and Brian Stratton, a rat in a cage who can't stop buying X-Men.
Like a flower that blooms in the spring. You were beauty, you were